Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another video, and in today's video I will be discussing our newest signing, Joe Taylor, in closer detail, and by the end you will know the answer to my question in the title of this video: will he fire us to automatic promotion? Because it has been a few days now as well since Joe Taylor signed for a fee of in excess of £3 million from Luton. I did want to speak about various parts of his game, look closely at the goals he's kind of scored and things like that, and what we're actually getting here. And like I said, he's still very young, obviously 22 years of age, so he's had a bit of experience, but he's still fairly young in this game. And he is 5'7", but most importantly, he scores goals, guys, as we already know. But before we do get into the video, make sure you do drop a like on the video. It really does help the channel a lot if you can like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are now 49 away from 800 subscribers, so any help that you can give me to get me to that target would be very much appreciated. And if you are just coming across this video for the first time, like I said, please do make sure you click the subscription button down below, all free of course. And as well, if you want to show a little bit extra support, if you are able to do so, you can become a member of the channel. I'm in the process of getting some stickers that you could, little stickers that you can get on YouTube where you can put them in the chats and in the comments as well. So, obviously, hopefully you'll get that sorted very, very soon. And you can also send in a thanks of gratitude, if an amount of your choice, to the channel as well. If you enjoy the content that I'm providing you all right now. But yeah, thank you everybody for your support, and let's keep pushing to that 800 subscribers mark. But look, let's get straight into it then, guys, because obviously it has been a few days, and I think it was the perfect kind of thing to start with here about our stats this season, and why a player like Taylor will really help us, really help us. And so, look, I'm not a big fan on loads and loads of stats, but there is a few key ones that obviously is quite apparent at the moment with us, in terms of different things. Obviously, the expected goals, XG as they call it nowadays, we are top 36.7. Now, the shots on target per match, we are top 5.2 on average, of course. And the big chances created, 65, we are top. We are top in every aspect other than actually being clinical in front of goal and having that striker that has the quality, the clinical edge, and doesn't waste chance after chance after chance like our team does. So I did want to kind of put that out there into the fold here. Obviously, you'll see the stats on the screen as well that I've found on the FotMob, which is a fantastic website providing all the stats analysis that you need in any football game that you want to have a look at the different kind of stats, indeed, and the season as a whole as well. But look, Taylor, obviously, this is where Taylor comes into the fold after signing him. Obviously, look, Taylor, let's put it out there, Taylor has already proved he can score goals at this level, right? He has. And people may say it was only a couple of months at Lincoln last season when he joined them in January, but he scored goals at this level, and nobody can argue that. He's also proved that when he did go to Lincoln in January, the last few months of the season, he can perform and score goals despite getting lack of minutes for Luton last season as well. So he's coming to us with the same thing that his game time has been very much lacking, but he's proved that despite lack of minutes, it doesn't take him long to get up to speed. Now, no, I've kind of said, I'm a bit concerned because obviously I don't really know how fit he is. Obviously he's not been playing minutes, so obviously he's not up fully match fit, because you need to be playing regularly. You can do all the training in the world, but if you don't play matches, then that's where you get your fitness mostly from, as we know. And that's why obviously like the pre-season is so important in the build-up to seasons, because you need to be playing matches, you need to be getting up to speed with things. But so look, it doesn't take him long, so that kind of doubt kind of waves a little bit for me, because I do think maybe it will take him, 1 or 2 games, maybe 1 or 2 games to get up to speed, and that's okay, because we're going to have to be, just be kind of understanding the situation, obviously, because he hasn't played much recently. So I think, that is something that we're going to have to maybe just bide our time a little bit with. But I think it won't take him long to get firing again. The more minutes he gets. And like I said, his goal stats, 10 goals in 19 games, is not a bad return at all last season. And I think it just shows that, if you think about it, he came in January with Lincoln, so he's coming in at the similar time to when we've signed him. So probably say it took him maybe 1 or 2 games to get up to speed with things, but then he was on it and he was scoring. It didn't take him long to start scoring goals. Now, I think his journey as well is a very much interesting one, because obviously he started off in non-league at Kings Lynn Town. Went on loan to Wrexham as well in that period, before moving to Peterborough, spent 2 years there. And then he moved on to Luton, where he's been there for 2 years. However, he has been out on loan 3 years, actually. No, 2 years. 2 years he was at, but he's actually been out on loan the past 2 seasons, so he hasn't really ever got a big chance at Luton. Obviously, went on loan to Colchester for the full season, and then obviously, like I said, we already mentioned Lincoln last season, where he caught our eye, because, like I said, we have been tracking this guy since the summer, and obviously we tried to get him in the summer, we failed to do so. And obviously I can see why quite a few fans are frustrated at that, because just imagine where we'd be now if we did actually sign him in the summer, because the stats suggest that we would be, first, or at least in the automatic places. So that is where the frustration comes. But look, what has happened has happened. He's ours now, and despite not getting him last summer, he has come in this window, and we've got a good amount of time to see him in action and for him to help us. That we're still in a position where we can we're still in a position where we can get into the automatic places. So that is a positive. And I do believe, and I'm not going to answer the question that I was going to say. I was going to answer the question in the title, guys, but you're going to have to wait for that. But look, so this is a kind of striker that we've been crying out for so long now. Let's be honest. Somebody that knows where the back of the net is. He's clinical with his chance that he gets. His overall game is very strong. Here we are, we're back. Apologies, take 2. As part of the video that I originally uploaded has not actually gone through and it's stopped working, the volume. So we're back. So look, let's get into the type of goals that Taylor has scored throughout his time, just to see and just to kind of highlight what kind of player we're getting here for the money that we've spent. Now, from the highlights that I saw, I think that something that was pretty evident was the fact that he has got a very strong right foot, can strike the ball from just inside the penalty area with good accuracy, and also give him space on the outside of the penalty area, and he will score as well. And I think he showed a few clips of using his left foot, and I think he's actually very good with his left foot too. Even though he's not the tallest, he can create that extra space for himself and anticipate the ball coming to the box, and that allows him to win some headers because he isn't the tallest. So he can score goals with his head. And also, he seems to be one of those players that likes to play on the shoulder of the defender and makes them run in behind, runs in behind. Really inventive with his finishing. Keeper comes out and he can just dink it over them or chip them. There's a few goals like that he scored. And I think that when you're in that moment as a striker where you are obviously maybe the ball maybe falls to you not the way you'd like it to, or if the goalkeeper comes racing out, you've got to react quickly. You've got to know how are we gonna get that ball in the back of the net as a striker. So yeah, look, very inventive with his finishing as well. And I think it's also blaringly obvious that he's not scared to take on his man either, and he's got a lot of pace. Always seems to find that space as well. Always seems to find that extra yard of space that he needs. First touch finishes, really good to see that. And as a striker, it's not rocket science, but you need to always be in that right place at the right time. And I think he's pretty clear that he is able to do that as well. And also alert to mistakes and punishes opponents if they give it away. There was a particular goal that I saw in the highlights reel where he obviously anticipated the mistake, he got the ball to his feet and then went on to punish the defender by scoring the goal. And good distance strikes as well. And as I said, I think for us, his goals, a lot of them are right in the corner if you look at them as well. So keepers don't have a chance. And lots of power. He's got a powerful strike. And I think, so yeah, look, for me, the three qualities that I see here is his invention, all types of different goals. And I think that he also is able to find that extra yard that he needs to, and always making those runs in behind, plays on the shoulder, always looking to get in behind every single time. So and he's good with both feet. So those qualities are there to see, and the fact that I think the fact that he has cost the money that he has kind of suggests that, because I think if you look at it from this angle, you get what you pay for. And people have said that, this is a bit too much to spend, he's a bit overpriced and all this. And I just think to myself, well, why is it? Because he has shown that he scores goals at this level. You can see from what I've kind of already described, from what I've seen from a few, some highlights, that he can score all types of goals. He's got qualities in every aspect of his game. He's an overall he's got that quality as a striker, that instinctiveness that you need, and he's got the full package. And for me, I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't ever had the looking at Luton as he at all. And look, I'm delighted to see him play, and it's going to be interesting to see how he kind of gets on Taylor in the next few weeks. And what I'm really, really looking forward to? I'm really looking forward to seeing that combination between Marshall and Taylor. I think they will complement each other so well, honestly. And I go back to what I said previously as well, by the way, is that I do still think we need another striker in the building. I think that we've got two quality strikers at the club right now in Marshall and Taylor. That's a given. We need a player that comes off the bench as well, or either starts. Obviously might mix it up a little bit, Duff, if he has the quality options that he needs. But we need a player, either way, we need a quality striker from the bench that can come on and make an impact. Because we've seen this season already that the fact is that there has been so many times where we've needed that goal, or we've needed that bit of a spark, and we haven't had that from the bench. And that's why I go back to, I do think we still need another strike through the door. But look, I think if you haven't already kind of figured out by now, I think that Taylor coming in can absolutely fire us to automatic promotion. There's no question about that whatsoever in my mind. You know, if you look at the ins and outs, you look at closer details that I have done in this video, and you just think to yourself, this is a match that I think he'll do. I don't want to hype him up and put him on a pedestal already, because we haven't seen him play for us yet, but it does feel like, it does kind of feel like we're going to be getting a player that will score plenty of goals from now until the end of the season, and those goals can absolutely fire us into the top two in my mind. But look, we'll have to wait and see. But the Marshall-Taylor combination, I'm really looking forward to seeing that over the next few weeks. It's really exciting just thinking about it, to be fair. I think that they really will complement each other, and they'll feed off each other as well. I think they'll really get that brilliant connection. But we'll see. But you heard it here first on this channel, guys. But look, that is it from me today. I'm going to finish off now. But look, make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below on this. Do you think that Taylor can fire us to the automatic promotion places? I think the fact that Nagel has spent the money, he's put his money where his mouth is, that is a big plus for me. I've given Nagel a bit of scrutiny, because these are a few things that I've kind of said about him, but you can't fault the fact that he's putting a lot of money into the club, and he has done since he's come in. But the fact is he's trusted people that have spent the money badly. Like if you go back to previous signings, he's given the money, he's provided the money, but we've just not spent it well enough. So look, I do give credit when credit's due, and he has put his hands in the back of his pockets, and he has given us the funds to be able to get this Taylor signing completed. Despite it taking, obviously, the interest beginning in the summer, we finally got our man now. He will help us from now until the season. There's no point looking at but what has been. So look, we'll wait and see what finds out. But thank you so much for watching the video. Drop a like on the video if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you're on the road to 800 subscribers. It would really mean a lot to me if you could help support, share the channel around with everybody that you know, and let's keep growing as a community. Yeah, thank you for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll see you on the next one. And as always, up the town. Take care, everybody, and see you very, very soon.